Hello everyone. Students, you can see on the screen there is a picture, and this picture is of an indigo plant, and behind this picture the whole class of today is a set. Okay, so there is a chapter in your flamingo book, and name of that chapter is indigo. This chapter is an extract of a very big book, and name of that book is The Life of Mahatma. This book is written by Louis Fisher. He was an English author, and he had spent some time with Mahatma Gandhi, and during that he got some information related with the life of Mahatma Gandhi, and he wrote. Students, this picture is the plant of indigo, and this indigo plant is a very useful plant. Yeah, you can see the more pictures. This indigo plants is the very important component of the cotton industry, cotton clothes making. While cotton clothes making, we use indigo materials to make more softer the cotton clothes in those days. Those days means during before independence. This is the indigo powder, and this powder is used to make the cotton clothes. Okay, so why I am just showing these pictures, actually I want to make clear that what material is actually indigo and what is the story related with this indigo plants. Students, the most appropriate indigo crop is produced in Bihar, Champaran in those time, and this was an inseparable part of indigo plantation, and it was the most important and most common thing to use in cotton industry to make the more softer cotton clothes. Okay, and that time we were just being ruled by the English people, so they were controlling our agriculture system, and you all know that they were just trying to get their own profit. So the whole story is based on the concept of the English rule system and our fight against the operation of the English culture. Okay, and this indigo will chapter will give you the first fight of Indian freedom against the Britishers started by Mahatma Gandhi. Mahatma Gandhi has not started any fight before this chapter, before this indigo movement and the Champaran movement, and before this Mahatma Gandhi had spent his 20 years of his life in South Africa. So when he returned back in 1916, he fought against the Britishers with this Champaran movement first. Okay, this is the life and work of the author Louis Fisher. He was a Jewish American journalist, as you can see on the screen. He was a Jewish American journalist. He was a leftist. Leftist means the person who is not the part of the government, but he always spoke against in the government. His major works are given. Now you can see some more details related with Louis Fisher. Yeah, he was born in Philadelphia. He served as a British in the British Army as a volunteer. Volunteer means without having any payment. He served for the British Army during 1918 to 1920. He was a journalist also in the New York Times. New York Times is a very famous newspaper in America. He had done some work for a Sunday Review also. He was the faculty of Princeton University. Okay, means he had spent some time of his career as a teacher in Princeton University. Okay, now moving to the next slide, which will give you the descriptions of the chapter. Okay, now we are moving to the main concept of the chapter. Students, this chapter is set in Champaran, and most of the land in Champaran are owned by the Englishmen and worked by the Indian tenant. Tenant means the peasants, the farmers. This story, Indigo, will give you the Gandhi's first struggle for the poor peasants of Champaran. The peasants were the sharecropper with the British planters. According to an old agreement, there was an agreement. According to the old agreement, the chief commercial crop was indigo in that place. Indigo. According to an old agreement, the peasants had to produce the indigo on 15% of the land and give it as a rent to the landlords. Around 1917, yeah, the Germany had developed the synthetic indigo in the factory. Okay, Germany had developed the synthetic indigo in the factory, and now the whole Germany developed the synthetic indigo in the factory, and the whole tamasha had started. Yeah, I'm just saying you, tamasha. Germany developed synthetic indigo, so the British planters now no longer desired the indigo crop. To release the peasants from the agreement, they demanded a compensation for them. उन लोगों ने उनसे बहुत बड़ा पैसा मांगा. Most of the illiterate peasants just signed. Yeah, exactly the same thing. Most of the peasants signed and paid willingly, but others went to the court. And those who went to the court, they were threatened by the landlords and the other people who were very special for the British people. And then the peasants have no way to come from this concept and this trouble. And there Gandhi arrived at this point. Gandhi arrived and systematically he took the all information related with the farmers, and he worked systematically and found that 25% was a refund was given to the 25% refund was given to the peasants as the compensation. So it was a very big victory for the farmers, and this all was done because of one person who was Rajkumar Shukla. Yeah, Rajkumar Shukla was a person who convinced Mr. M.K. Gandhi to visit Champaran village in Bihar, because Gandhi was not ready to come Champaran. But Mr. Rajkumar Shukla convinced Gandhi to visit Champaran. Shukla was a poor sharecropper, a farmer, and he got information related with Gandhi, and then he insisted Gandhi to come to Champaran, and Gandhi came, and Gandhi worked for the people of Champaran, and Gandhi was able to make the life better of Champaran people, because he fought for them against the Britishers. This is enough for the today's class. In my next class, I will give you the more information related with this chapter.